So right now we're on the Yankee Lady. I got invited on this yacht to take some content of the airshow today, and I'm bringing along the Pixel 10 Pro with me.
So, big day today. I just moved into a new apartment, so this is actually my first day in the life in that apartment, and it's missing some furniture. Forgive me, I'm working on it. But the view is just absolutely stunning. So I've been invited out by the Toronto Airshow to go on a yacht out in Lake Ontario and actually watch the show this afternoon. So another day in Toronto, starting out fresh. I've been here just over a year now, about a year and 3 months. And there's always something new going on, always something new to do that I'm invited to, which always blows my mind. Shout out to Clocks and Colors. I absolutely love this necklace. It's the same brand that like Peter McKinnon always shows off, but I thought compass and boat kind of makes sense. I'll wear it today. So first thing I usually do on my phone is just quick Instagram check, DMs, story replies, comments, and maybe some inspiration just scrolling through a few reels. Honestly, the home screen looks pretty familiar. We still have the at a glance widget, which we're not able to remove, and we have an updated Google search bar. First thing that disappointed me when I turned this phone on and set it up was that there's no lock screen widget still. Although it's supposedly coming soon, I think it's in the new public beta available. So considering I'm filming a day in the life and taking photos, I had a lot of gear to pack today. I actually pulled out the Insta360 X4. I barely even use that thing. And obviously had to bring the Clocks and Colors hat. Matches the necklace fairly well. So quick weather check. Honestly, I thought it might be cloudy. It was rumored to be a little bit cool, but actually 15 degrees at like 9 o'clock in the morning is pretty good. And later on, it's actually getting a lot hotter. So yeah, I think I'll be fine. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt. I don't think it'll be a problem. So it's actually crazy. We already dropped like 6% and I feel like I've done nothing on my phone. Just reply to a couple messages and check the weather. Something so nice to see is we now have MagSafe on the Pixel. So it's technically called Pixel Snap, but it works with all of your MagSafe accessories, which is so nice. So since I got the phone just over a week and a half ago, I've been playing around with the camera a lot, specifically the videos, because Google was really pushing how good the video quality was on this phone. And I feel like I have a lot to say about it. We'll touch on that later. Photos are just how you'd expect from a Pixel phone. You have a 50 megapixel main, 48 megapixel wide, and a 48 megapixel 5x optical zoom lens. And Google's thrown in on-device generative AI, so now you get up to 100 times zoom.
How you doing?
I knew it was gonna be sunny. Yeah, I wore jeans. You said jeans. Oh, as soon as I got outside, I was like, I should have worn shorts.
Hey man, you going on the boat?
We're the only photographers on the
Bro,
boat.
that's what I said.
I'm taking video on my phone, bro. Yeah, same.
I'm taking video on my Pixel 10 Pro. What do you think about that?
A real day in the life.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard the Yankee Lady.
Today is going to be great for trying out that 100 times zoom because I'm going to be way out on the lake to get all those zoomed in skyline shots. And I'm also going to be able to zoom in and capture the planes when they're flying overhead. So I feel like it's going to be a great opportunity to actually see how accurate generative AI can rebuild the details in the photos. One thing that was such a coincidence is when I first turned on the Pixel, I took a photo of a boat off the balcony and it just happened to be this exact boat that I'm on right now. What are the chances? But yeah, we have 3 different open areas where I can stand and potentially get some really good shots of the planes flying over on the Pixel 10 Pro. And it's a beautiful day, which makes it even better.
That's a fight.
500?
Sort of.
Not quite the, the Pixel 10 Pro though.
Let's see whose is better.
Yeah, the Pro Fold, right? Versus the 10 Pro.
So comparing it to the 9 Pro Fold from last year, the zoom hardware hasn't actually changed. You're just getting more zoom due to the on-device Gen AI. So just to show you the full focal length that you can cover, this is the ultra wide lens, and this is that 100 times zoom. So as you can see, those people doing the outside walk on the CN Tower, it kind of makes them out to look like trash bags. So not tremendously accurate, and it doesn't work on people. The generative AI also only kicks in after 30 times. So if you actually have under 30, then the photo surprisingly looks worse than if you zoom in more, which is kind of weird.
I'm testing.
How come you didn't get us
propeller
the flying opportunity where you get to sit in the plane during the
Oh, that one? Wasn't that one like $3,000?
No way.
So when you turn your thing this way, your focus point goes right straight to the top right. Which I don't understand why, but put it here.
No, I
In
can
the
change
fucking
it.
dead smack middle. Why?
No, here. I can
Why
show you
is
where
it-
you change
what are you
it.
laughing at?
Pixel 10 Pro, you just point and shoot. You got no problem with the focus.
So far, I'm actually pretty impressed in daylight with the video on the Pixel. Dynamic range is really good and the overall image looks crispy, although it's slightly on the cooler side for me. Last year I had a problem with the ultra wide being really shaky on the Pixel. This year it's actually really stable, and now for some reason the main and the optical lens are the really shaky ones. I don't know why, like last year it was the other way around. So if Google could just get them all to be stable, then that would be great. Thanks, Google. One thing I found so weird was when I first turned on the Pixel and set it up, it didn't have the 100 times zoom. I actually had to go into the plugin section and then download it. It was around 1 gigabyte, but that just seems weird that it wasn't already pre-installed. And the result it gives you, I mean, it speaks for itself, right? This is the main lens. This is at like 10 times zoom and then boom, 100 times. Like, yeah, like it's an amazing photo, but it makes me question like what even is a photo anymore? Because it's filling in so much information here.
Yo, see that? It's kind of lagging right now.
Now, obviously, I've taken a few photos this morning, and I already noticed the phone getting surprisingly warm, and I actually noticed some lag, which definitely isn't a good sign. One of my all-time favorite Pixel features was the now playing feature on the lock screen, and obviously it's still here, but it's just so useful. Like, I just love it so much. So right now it's 11:30, we have 76% battery. Honestly, like it's doing okay. I feel like it's dropping quite a bit because I'm not even on the phone that much. Like I'm just taking photos on my camera mainly and actually, you know, creating this video.
Pro tip for watching the airplanes, if you look up, it's easier to see them. So that's always helpful.
This is only because you guys are idiots.
Check, check.
You gotta keep that on, bro.
We got the whole camera team here, folks. Wow. Him and I used to live in the same building, actually.
Yeah.
He's been following me for 3 days now. It's kind of weird. But, I don't know. Comes, shows up to my place at work. It's fine.
Sorry, man. I had to crash the party.
Yeah, that's cool.
Shouldn't you be driving the boat or something?
Yeah, it's on autopilot.
So right now it's 2:08 p.m. in the afternoon. I only have 51% battery, which isn't too great, but I have been taking a lot of shots on the Pixel, honestly. But yeah, what do you guys think about this? It's pretty cool. I've been taking some photos on my camera as well, so I'm gonna get some nice crispy shots and not AI generated. Personally, the Pixel 100 times zoom just isn't amazing for stuff like this because it doesn't render people very good for close-ups of boats. And yeah, it just kind of messes up the planes every single time. Like it just ends up being like a weird blob. So yeah, AI is good for some things, but definitely optical is just always the way to go.
This is mine, the ginger ale. I think here's his pineapple and something.
You know, I've been thinking a lot about this phone. I really liked the design last year, so I am glad that Google kept it. But this phone feels like a pretty minor upgrade. And honestly, in the hand, it feels super premium. It's basically the Android equivalent of an iPhone. Even the weight is pretty similar. The Pixel 10 Pro weighs in at 207 grams compared to 199 on the iPhone 16 Pro. So Google actually makes the rail on the phone shiny on the Pro models and then matte finish on the regular models, complete opposite to the iPhone. I actually quite like it. It does scratch a little bit easier, but it feels and looks very premium. So Chris, what do you think about the Pixel 10 Pro? Like as an iPhone user? What's your first impressions?
Honestly, it feels pretty good in the hand. Like, it's not too wide. I mean, the interface isn't too bad either. Like, I think it's pretty similar. Yeah, it's not too bad, honestly. Like, yeah, obviously the icons are a little different and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. And I think the craziest thing is the camera here. Like, it's just so nuts at how you can zoom in so fucking far. When you're using it for people, I mean, it's not really recognizing, I think, people.
Well, actually, the AI doesn't work when there's people in the frame.
It makes sense. It makes sense it doesn't work, right?
Yeah.
Cars is pretty easy, but I don't know if it would it really recognize, though, the exact type of car? I don't know.
Okay, so see these photos of Marnie. So say we want to get this camera lens. If you hold down the home bar, you can circle it.
Oh.
And then it will actually tell you, like...
That's pretty sick. That is sick.
It's pretty good, right?
That is sick.
Yeah.
So right now it's almost 4 p.m. and I've got 34% battery on the Pixel 10 Pro. Yeah, it's definitely not as good as I thought it would be today. I definitely thought it would last longer. But again, I have taken a lot more photos and videos than I usually would. So right now I just go back to my place. Crazy thing is the boat was only outside, so I didn't even have to walk far, which was surreal. But yeah, I haven't really used the Pixel much today, other than like, taking photos and videos. I haven't really done much. Like I've messaged some friends. I've done a little bit of web browsing just to get my tickets to get on the boat. But yeah, like I don't really sit around and play games on my phone all day. A lot of people have talked about the G5 chip and how it's not as capable as some other flagship chips. And that's true. It is very much a mid-range chip in regards to the Geekbench scores, but I haven't really noticed any hiccups. When you're scrolling around, when you're using the phone, it feels fast, which is the most important thing. Now, because I'm a Mac user, I edit all my stuff in Final Cut. Transferring files can be complicated from the Pixel, but I'm actually using this app on my Mac called Airdrop. You can download it using the GitHub link in the description below, and that just allows you to use the nearby share feature directly with your Mac, and it actually works both ways. So on your Mac, you just need to right-click the file, hit share, and choose Airdrop. I got rosy cheeks after today on that boat. But yeah, now, what time is it? It is 7:28. I've got 13%, so I'm really pushing it right now with this Pixel 10 Pro. I'm gonna need to put it on charge fairly soon. But yeah, I just sat for, like an hour or so, edited some of the photos, absolute bangers. Like they turned out so good, like sheesh. You guys gotta go follow me on Instagram if you aren't already. That's where I post all my banger shots as well as all my tech stuff. So go follow me over there at matt.j.rob. Something that is really nice on this phone is fingerprint scanner is super fast. Honestly, most of the times I use it, it unlocks first time, which is great. I also love how bright this screen gets. Like outside on the boat, I could see my screen perfectly, and I could see my friends struggling with their iPhones because this has 3,300 nits of brightness. One app I do want to show off to you guys is this one here called Open Bubbles. So for anyone who is worried about switching, maybe they want iMessage still, and I know Android has RCS, which is basically like iMessage, but if you actually want real iMessage, Open Bubbles allows you to log into your iMessage account, and you can not only message people, but you can actually do FaceTime calls in here as well, which is just nuts. So yeah, you get the full iOS experience. If you are using the standard Google messaging app, there is this new feature called Magic Queue that supposedly contextually reads and analyzes what you're talking about and then suggests actions such as adding things to calendars, as well as selecting photos from your gallery to send to your friends. But from my experience, I have never had it work yet. Okay, something kind of shocking, just looking at my battery usage, is I only got 2 hours, 23 minutes of screen on time. Whew, that's pretty bad.
So yeah, look at this right here, 2 hours and 24 minutes. And 31% of that was in the camera, 22% in Instagram, some in Google Photos, which is probably due to like the AI processing and uploading, and then messages and just some other background usage things. So yeah, that's pretty bad. My usage yesterday was about 5 hours. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But yeah, I'm used to normally rocking the bigger XL type phones like the Pro Max or Pixel XL. So yeah, the smaller phone to me definitely has weaker battery, especially compared to the 9 Pro XL I had last year. So yeah, if you want extra battery, then get the bigger phone for sure. Okay, time to get groceries. So one thing I noticed is when you're charging the Pixel and it's in landscape, you now have this clock screensaver. So you can go turn that on and off. It's under screensaver in the settings. And you can customize it a little bit, but yeah, this looks quite a lot like the one on iOS. Pretty nice though. Ever since I moved apartment, I love coming up here to the Sky Garden. You just get phenomenal views, especially when it's not too cold out. It's just super nice to come up here, take some photos, and obviously it's a good low light test with the Pixel 10 Pro. Now I have mixed feelings about like the low light video, which you will see coming up fairly soon. But I did take some shots with video boost turned off and on. It does make a surprising difference. So this right here is the front facing camera at low light. Honestly looks pretty terrible, and I do have some light, so it's not like complete darkness, but yeah, super noisy. It's strange to me how bad the low light video is compared to the photos. Like obviously Google's doing a lot of computational processing on these photos, and most of them are making use of night sight, but even like this moonshot right here, just way better than last year on the Pixel 9 Pro. Like that photo wasn't even possible. So I actually uploaded some clips to Threads just talking about video boost turned off compared to turned on. And like a lot of people were saying it's fake, just how noisy the footage is without the video boost. But no, that's actually how it looks straight out of the camera. There's just so much noise, and I think the problem is Google's trying to lift the shadows way too much because the sky was completely black to my eyes. And so they're just trying to overly expose the dark areas of the image, and that's what's creating the noise. So if you actually bring down the shadows, you're actually hiding a lot of that. But yeah, considering you have to wait hours for it to process in the cloud and use your data or your Wi-Fi, that's just super annoying, especially when you just want to film some low light video and then just go ahead and post it straight away or put it on your story. Yeah, you're gonna get noisy, pretty bad results straight up. And then here's how the wide looks. So far, looking at it on the screen, it doesn't look very good. It looks super noisy. So hopefully it fixes it using the video boost, which I'll show you before and after. So overall, this phone feels great to use. Software experience is solid. Battery and camera performance, honestly, I still need some more time to test them out. But knowing Google, it's only going to get better over time. And something about this phone is it's so future-proofed because Google provides 7 years of software updates. So thank you so much for watching my day in the life with the Pixel 10 Pro. Make sure you do subscribe down below. I've got a full review coming soon where I'll dive deeper into all the new AI features as well as the battery and camera performance. And I'll just go into a little bit more depth when talking about this phone. So see you guys in the next one. Peace.